Today's video is on how we can self-discipline ourselves to study. This topic is a huge one because it deals with productivity and nobody wants to be unproductive, so you have to keep on watching this video. Hi guys, welcome back to another video. It's a girl DERAS, a Nigerian based YouTuber. So you all know from the title of this video what we are going to be discussing in this video. Now this topic is based on demand on how we as students can discipline ourselves, can self-discipline ourselves to study. First of all, we ought to know what self-discipline is all about. Self-discipline is the ability to control your feeling, the ability to control your environment, so weakness. And self-discipline is also the ability to pursue what you feel is right, what is important, despite the temptation that might be coming in for you to neglect the work you need to put in. You can say when one is not having self-discipline is when one is just going with the flow. You're just going with how whatever life throws at you. You're not wanting to put in the work for the greater task ahead. What you need to know is self-discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's more like the process, the work you need to put in, the bricks you need to build up the house for you to live in. Self-discipline has to do with motivation. Definitely there should be something motivating you to keep on the good work. There should be something motivating you to push harder. But most times it's not like we lack self-discipline, but we just lack the motivation to push us, the motivation that will keep us going in this track. Okay, now this lack of motivation could be caused by different things. It could be caused by personal problem, business problem, you have a business crisis, or you lost a loved one. Okay, now these things tends to demoralize us, make us unmotivated, and then that self-discipline, we begin to see that we are lacking it. We can also say self-discipline is also neglecting the short-term pleasure for your long-term goals. Now when you are able to push through all these negative impact, to push through all these short-term pressures, then you can say that you have self-disciplined yourself. You can say that you're putting yourself through the process of self-discipline for you to achieve the crown, for you to achieve the great tasks you have in front of you. But then it's not like these negative things are not affecting your productivity, or you're not seeking this short-term pressure just to gratify yourself now. But then the ability to go through thick and thin, the ability to neglect things that are not really important, the ability to neglect this short-term pleasure you are seeking just for you to read, just for you to study, to get this long-term goal you want for yourself. But you have to know that you need to do the right things at the right time for the right results to be shown. So here I'll be sharing with us 5 proven steps we can apply to help discipline ourselves to study. 5 steps I apply to help discipline myself as I study. The first step I'll be talking about is instant action. Okay, what do I mean by instant action? Most times when we want to study, or when we are getting ready to study, we begin to feel tired. We begin to feel like, do I need to study at this particular time? Do I need to study now? And then when you begin to process all these things, your brain gives you more reasons for you not to study now. Your brain gives you more reasons to tell you that we are tired, we need to rest, like we need to just scroll through the internet, we need to do one thing or the other, but not reading at this point. Now how are we going to be applying this instant action here? The thing is, once it's time for you to read, just stand up. Don't just be processing it in your head. Don't just be thinking about it. Don't just start thinking about it. Just stand up from wherever you are, stop whatever you're doing, and go to your table, pick up your book and start reading. Before you know it, you're beginning to flow with what you're reading, and then minutes, hours have passed and you've read your book. Okay, so when you begin to apply this instant action to your studies, you tell yourself that once it's time for you to read, just get up, open your book and begin to read. Before you know it, you're training yourself under this kind of discipline, telling your body that it's time for you to read. Most times I am also guilty of not applying this instant action. Like sometimes I might want to read and then I begin to feel like I want to sleep. I'm not feeling sleepy, but then I just want to sleep. So but then when I just lie on the bed and close my eyes, I'll not remember that why am I sleeping? There's no need to sleep. It's not night. It's not like I'm tired. I should be reading at this point. So why am I not reading? So I just have to get up at that moment, get up instantly and go straight to my table and open my books. So another step we're going to be talking about is start small. Rome wasn't built in a day. Most times when you're looking at your books, it looks like there are endless of books to read. How are you going to finish all these books within how many months, within how many weeks. But then when you know that you need to start small, when you know that you need to read a chapter or a page of this chapter every single day, not saying that you're going to finish this whole chapter today. You need to start small, breaking your compound tasks into smaller bits. Okay, now you can start by, instead of saying you're going to finish your anatomy textbook today, you can start by saying you're going to be reading each chapter of your textbook every single day. Okay, now the workload is too much, but that does not mean you're not going to be doing this workload, because definitely that workload is going to be there for you to achieve and for you to go to the next level. So what you have to do is break your large study into little studies you have to do every single day, and this will help you to discipline yourself towards studying. Because if you keep on thinking about you have large work to do, you have large textbook to read up, you're definitely not going to achieve doing all those things, because somehow you're thinking about this large stuff has already put in a kind of fear in you that you might not be able to do this thing. So once you have broken this large work into tiny bits, you're going to see yourself doing this thing gradually, and before you know it, you have finished, you have covered up this large syllable you're meant to study. Apart from studying, starting small also applies in different areas. Now, assuming you want to lose fat, you want to lose body fat, you can't just say that you're going to the gym today and you're definitely going to lose all your body fat. No, it doesn't work that way, sis. What you have to do is you have to go to the gym bit by bit, you have to exercise bit by bit, and bit by bit you're going to be losing that body fat. Okay, so same applies to everything you might be doing in your work, in your place of work, in your activities every single day. With this, your body is also working with your pace. Your body is working with how far you can go, how far on what you can achieve, and before you know it, the stress won't be telling on your body and you achieve what you want to achieve. Another step we're going to be talking about is patience. This is more like sacrificing going for that party, ignoring that gist, forgetting dancing around. It's not like you're not going to have fun, you're not going to party later on, but there is something that is pressuring you at the moment that you need to sacrifice your time for. Everybody wants to enjoy, everybody wants to live the good life, everybody wants to live that fun life. But then if you have a goal you're chasing that requires you going to the gym, that is work you're doing for yourself. That requires you reading, that is work you're doing for yourself. So you can't say because of the fun you want outside, you're going to be ignoring all this. Let's take for instance, probably on Saturday morning, okay, yes, you want to lose body fat and you're to go to the gym, but also there's a party you have with your friend, and then because you want to party, you'll be sacrificing what you should be doing for yourself, the goal you want for yourself to lose that body weight for going to the party. Okay, or you have to complete reading your book tonight, and then you also have a gist with your friend that probably could hold, because definitely you might not have the same goal as your friend, or you might not have the same crown you are chasing with your friend. Okay, let's take for instance there's a vacation that should be holding between you and your friends, and definitely money has to be involved, but then you have something extra, you have something larger that you know that you can use that money you're going to spend for that vacation to accomplish. But because of this vacation you want to go for, this instant gratification you want to go for, you'll be ignoring this bigger stuff, this bigger crown you want to achieve. You're not patient enough, and definitely it's going to be telling on you, it's going to be telling on your productivity, because you're not going to achieve that set goal you want for yourself. Now, for you to study efficiently or to self-discipline yourself enough, you need to ignore the fun for the moment. You need to be patient to achieve what you want to achieve now. You need to be patient to go through this process, read your books to achieve this career you want to achieve. The fun is not going anywhere, those places, those vacations are going nowhere. You're definitely going to achieve it, but the thing is you need to know the right thing to do at every point in time. The first step is visualization. Visualizing also helps to keep you in track. Visualizing also helps in your self-discipline. Okay, because when you visualize the person you're going to be in 5 years time, in 10 years now, like when you visualize your graduation day, the speech you might be giving on your graduation day as the best graduating student, when you visualize getting that scholarship, when you visualize going abroad, like going places because of the things you have done now, you're definitely going to put in the work for you to achieve that crown. Like now I am a medical student. I can't wait to become a medical doctor proper. I can't wait to get that license. Like this visualization keeps me in track, keeps me going, makes me put in that work I need to put in for me to get that license. So having a vision board as a student helps you keep in track, helps you want to study more to attain that level you want to attain, and this makes you to be self-disciplined. You can also write down the things you stand to gain when you study in a book and the things you stand to lose when you don't study in the same book. Okay, so each time you feel unmotivated, you can go through this book, or each time you just come across this book and you see the things you stand to gain when you study, this will push you harder to study more, and you see the things you might tend to lose when you do not study. Now definitely you won't want to lose any of those things. Definitely you won't want to lose any of those classic things you will want for yourself, and this will make you study more. Another step we can apply towards self-discipline is move on quickly. Now most times we tend to have unproductive days, we tend to have unproductive moments that makes us feel like we are failure, that just makes us feel like, man, I am tired. Okay, but just know that having an unproductive day does not mean that you have failed, or does not make you a failure. You all know when you fail an exam how you tend to feel. Okay, but that does not mean you should give up. That does not mean you should just be stagnant at that point. You need to move on quickly. Like they say, the strongest men are the men who try, fail, and pick up themselves again and push harder. Okay, so you just need to push harder. You just need to compose yourself together. Just try to learn from your mistake, read harder, and definitely you're going to push through. It's just like in your place of work also, because you fail to close this deal with your company, you begin to feel less of yourself. No, that is not the end of you. That is not the end of your promotion. That is not the end of your elevation. So with this failure now you might have gotten, tells you that you're on the process to success. You also need to know that self-discipline also has a lot to do with how you manage your thoughts, from this negativity towards the positive aspect of what you are going through. Okay, so all you do, just try to do your best, just try to put in the best work you can. Definitely you're going to feel tired, definitely you're going to feel tired of reading, you're going to feel tired of, you're going to feel like giving up, you're just going to feel tired of like, why am I even reading? But that does not mean you should stop reading. You have a goal you want to achieve, you have something you need to get through studying, so you just need to put in that work, shift your mindset towards the positive mindset. So with these 5 proven steps, we can discipline ourselves towards achieving what we want to achieve. We can self-discipline ourselves towards following the process we need to follow. We can self-discipline ourselves towards reading our books as students to achieve the height we want to attain. Notwithstanding these 5 steps, I'll be giving you all that have watched this part of this video 2 additional tips that can help in your self-discipline. Okay, one thing you should also be doing as a student is scheduling your realization time. Like, you can't just wake up in the morning and begin to press your phone, begin to scroll the internet from morning to night. You're going to be tired, you're going to feel so relaxed, and then you end up doing nothing. But then you work and you give your time, and you give a specific time that, okay, if I work from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock, by 4:30 I'm going to be looking at my phone. By 4:30 I'm going to call this person to gist with this person. By 4:30 I'm going to take myself out for 1 hour. You're going to be looking up to that time, for that time to reach, for you to take care of yourself, for you to have your realization time. And yes, you've gained both your work time and your realization time, and everything is in balance. The additional tip we all should know is enjoy what you do. Okay, try to spice up your reading time, your studying moments. Now some persons might be asking, how do you spice up reading? Okay, most times when we tend to read by ourselves or alone, we find out that this might be boring to us. Okay, so now you can tend to have a discussion class with your friends, because definitely as you guys are discussing, there might be little gist that might be coming in, and people are just going to be laughing and learning at the same time. So with this, I hope we all will be able to self-discipline ourselves each time we want to study, each time we open our books to study. Please click the red subscribe button if you like this kind of content. Give this video a huge thumbs up. With that, you're helping the algorithm of this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Until then, bye.